did you just say?
Jen Gerson's in here.
Oh, what's up? How's it going? What's up, Gerson?
Lot of people saying A.
For what, Carla Marie?
That
Because
last
this is going to be on
question-
YouTube as well.
Oh, Anthony put a non-trivia trivia question on the screen that said, who was your favorite podcast swap of the week? Because a bunch of us and our friends swapped podcast hosts. A lot of people are saying it was my podcast with
Yeah,
John.
but I had to go off of the information that the internet gave me. And according to my Instagram DMs, we had the best one.
Well, according to my Instagram DMs, I had the best one. So
And that's why you don't go to the internet for the truth. That's why it's just not a good idea. Thank you to everyone who has gotten us through Hype Train Level 3. We're at 86% of that level, about to knock that out. And if you're unfamiliar with what a Hype Train is, very quickly, if you follow, subscribe, cheer with cheer with bits, or gift a subscription, it helps that little hype cup that's in the corner right there. And the goal every morning is to get to level 5. And through level 5, I should say. Normally when we do that, we take shots in honor of the shot glass that's in the corner. Why'd you make that face?
Are we taking shots today?
We could. We very well could. Like Dave C just cheered with 300 bits, so those all go towards the Hype Train. DJ Synth, thank you for 200.
Hell yeah.
That's awesome. And then Danielle and DC Moni both subscribed. So that's how that works.
I know a lot of people I was just on Instagram Live, and some people in there were like, I can't wait to hear about Lunch Lady Arms, because that was in our newsletter.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you for checking out the newsletter and supporting and doing all the things that we do. So we are going to get into that. We went out on Friday night and watched one of our friends perform. It was a great night. I had a very, very, very interesting thing happen to me that has never happened to me before.
What's that?
So I want to talk about that.
Okay.
And I'm trying to think, do we have anything else? Where are we going to start?
I actually want to start with last night's events. So I ordered the Jake Paul, Tyron Woodley pay-per-view.
They're going to talk about the pizza you ordered.
Well, and that was part of it as well. Look at that. Did we get through level 4 just now? We did.
Dang.
So one more level left of our Hype Train. And Carla Marie, even though you were working on the newsletter throughout like the entire pay-per-view, what were your reactions? What were your thoughts and concerns and questions about the boxing pay-per-view?
Well, first of all, that guy, Tommy TNT Fury.
Yeah.
He is my new favorite person.
Good-looking guy.
He's so hot.
You know what's weird, though? In all of his promo pictures, it looks like his head is photoshopped on his body, because his head doesn't look like it belongs on like a very like bulbous athletic body.
He doesn't look like he's a boxer. He looks like a model.
Yeah, he looks like he should be athletic.
I'm putting his name in the chat so you can Google him, ladies. He looks like an avatar. He looks fake. Apparently, he was on Love Island UK version. Just go check him out.
And his half brother Tyson Fury is a boxing champion.
Kept calling him Nick Fury.
Yeah, that's from Marvel.
Yeah.
That's Samuel L. Jackson.
Okay, so Google that man. He's a specimen of a human.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then, first of all, the female fighters, they're like, no fucking joke.
That was my favorite match, actually.
Yeah.
And this is one of the things that I know a lot of people will debate whether or not Jake Paul deserves to even be getting the money in boxing that he does, or the attention in boxing, because there are a bunch of better boxers than Jake Paul.
Right.
He's actually never fought a real boxer yet.
Yeah, when's that going to happen?
Everyone that he's fought has been in their first official boxing match for the most part. There's 4 official pro fights. But with all the attention that he's put on boxing, the 2 women who fought before him, there was a woman fighting from Puerto Rico, a woman fighting from Mexico. They probably, had not made as much money as they had in their entire career as they did last night. And they probably never had as many people watching them as they did last night. And I think when you look at that type of impact that someone like Jake Paul has on the world of boxing, it does make everybody else better. And it does get more eyes and more money into that sport.
I will say, yeah, whatever hype he's given the sport has probably been best for the sport. However, I try every time. I'm like, am I going to like him this time? And then I don't.
But you're not supposed to.
Yeah, but he talked about after, he's like, you know what, don't be a bully. And I'm like, you know what, I'm for that. Like, you know, he's got an anti-bullying organization, I believe, and telling kids not to bully. And I'm like, that's great, because these are the people that are looking up to him right now. And then all of a sudden he's like bullying the guy that he fought.
I don't think he really bullied him. I mean, they talk trash to one another. Thank you. We're at what's this? 57% of the hype train.
All I know is that this chat right now is we lost them all.
Are they all looking at Tommy TNT Fury?
Yeah, look.
He's a good-looking guy.
Oh, hello, Tommy.
Yeah.
Tommy Yum. His jawline.
And he was the first match of the night. And I guess what people are trying to see is if he, as a quasi-internet celebrity boxer, will then take on Jake Paul, another celebrity
He
boxer.
didn't seem like he was good, though. He just seemed like he was hot.
He's a very big guy. And he does, obviously, he's got fighting in his family.
Okay, but when his, what are they called? Not stats. Like his height and weight. What is that called?
Metrics? I don't know.
Measurements.
Measurements, yeah.
You're bigger than him.
Yeah, that was the craziest part of it. Is like I think, bigger than everybody that fought yesterday. And I'm not that big.
But you could fight them, that means.
No, it doesn't. I would get destroyed. I mean, there isn't one person who stepped into that ring yesterday that wouldn't break my face.
I think we just got a bunch of bits because I shared Tommy TNT Fury with this
Oh, look
guy.
at that. Alicia from the 215 with 300 bits.
Thank
Brian
you, guys.
F0420. I don't know why I said it like that, but that's, what is that, 500 or 600? 500 bits. Thank you very, very much. Did we get through? Oh, no, we're not through level 5, though. We have 30 seconds left for that. Oh, I think we're so close. We're so close. We have 3% left. I just want to see if this is going to happen. We've got 20 seconds left to do it. There it is.
Oh, Lisa, Jen, coming
Lisa
in
and
hot.
Jen.
Dave, thank you. That was awesome.
Coming in right at the end
What are
to
we
save us
shooting
from
at?
ourselves. What?
What are we shooting?
Oh, I don't know. You can go get whatever shot you want. Or do you want me to go get it? You know what? You go get it because I want to talk about something that I just watched on Twitch.
Okay.
Well, you should probably be here for that too, actually. I'll go get it. Keep talking.
All right. Don't get like the stuff that you like. And you can leave the door open. Maybe a kitten will come in. Come here, guys. No, leave it. I'll get them to come. Hold on. Come here, guys. That's the sound I usually. No, I moved away from the microphone. Anthony said no one wants that sound in their ear. Anthony doesn't even know about this, have a surprise for everybody that I hopefully can show tomorrow. That's all I have to say about that. But we do have a bunch of stuff that we've been keeping track of things that we want to talk about, which like we're kind of bad at. I feel a cat around my legs, and I don't know who it is. Oh, you guys saw the cat. Which cat is it? Who is it? I don't even know yet. It's Caroline. I'm going to guess it's Caroline. Where is she? Liney, come here. I'm wearing black, of course. Look at this kitty girl. Sit. Anthony hates when Caroline's in here because she sheds the most. No, I don't have a surprise announcement. I just have something that someone who listens to this show helped me get or do. Anthony doesn't know about it, and yeah, that's all I'm going to say. So that's that. Kittens, we still have them. They are available for adoption still with Motley Zoo. Last week, Motley Zoo got in 200 new kittens from Hawaii that need homes. So in my head, people are going to go for the younger kittens instead of the older kittens. So adopt them. Plus side is my kittens have been spayed, neutered. They got their crazies out of them for the most part. So, yeah. Oh, Tony Toon. We are going to talk about that today. The people on the internet, I would say people on Facebook, because that comment came through on Facebook.
We got warm vodka.
With no lemon? Oh, I
Nothing.
ordered lemons today.
Yeah, we don't have anything. So
There's
just
lime in
warm-
there.
We're just warm vodka is what we're doing.
I'm not doing that.
Yeah, you are.
No, nothing? No chaser.
Nothing.
I send you the screenshots of the asshole comments. Do you have those?
Yes.
You don't actually have them, though. Oh. We're frozen? No. We're
We
frozen
shouldn't
on
be.
your screen.
Yeah, our screen looks fine. Yeah, we should be good. All right. Carla Marie, this one has a little bit less, if you want to take that one.
It smells like I'm about to go under surgery and they're swabbing me.
I mean, I get it. I was Mr. Shots at the bar on Friday.
It's the best because like Anthony just knows not even to buy me shots anymore. I'm like, have at it.
I just decided, I don't know what it was.
Anthony came out Friday night.
I was out. I was having a very, very good time.
Yeah.
Ended up at IHOP at 3 o'clock in the morning. And everything about that is what I love about going out.
We were in the parking lot of IHOP, I'd say about like 2 a.m. waiting. And these 2 middle schoolers and 1 high schooler come up to us.
Yeah.
I don't know the last time something like this has ever happened to me, especially with a kid. I almost cried. And they were like, Are you the guys from the radio? And we're like, yeah. They're like, Carla Marie and Anthony. We're like, yeah. And they're like, like, you would have said we were One Direction. They freaked out, and I was like,
they probably don't even know who One Direction is.
It's also true. Billie Eilish. I don't know.
Yeah.
And I was like about to cry in the parking lot of IHOP, and we took pictures with them, and they were so excited, and their family had no idea who we were, but I don't know. But it was a good.
What if they were playing the really long game and they were really trying to like bully us, and now on their Instagram it says like, look at these 2 losers who got fired from the radio. We saw them at IHOP, like poor people. I don't know, whatever they're gonna say.
I don't know. It was cool. It was like a good. All right, I'm gonna use that for the next like few weeks. Anytime I feel like crap, remind myself. Like Anthony didn't even remember it happened.
No, completely. I was really drunk. I hope I didn't say anything weird. I don't think I did. I think I just said thank you a lot.
We asked them their names. I was too drunk to remember it, and then we didn't. We asked them what high school. Rainier Beach High School.
Yeah, was it? I don't remember. But basically, I hit a point every night where like I'm having a good time. I'm having a good time. Not every night. Every time I go out, I'm having a good time. I'm having a good time, and then I just decide for the rest of the night I'm buying a lot of shots. And I hit that night. We were watching our friend Kylie Nelson do her thing on stage at Barboza, which is in Capitol Hill here. And there were a couple friends who we hadn't seen in a long time. Mm-hmm. And I think that's what got me in shot mode. I was in like celebration mode. And from that point on, I mean, I was just Mr. Shots. I've probably took down 6 throughout the night after a night of drinking Trulies and White Claws again.
What? You took that many shots?
Yeah, I think so.
That explains a lot.
Yeah, exactly. I was giving people pep talks in the middle of the parking lot.
Lisa said, I can't remember the last time I was drunk. I think it was your Cannes Cocktail Award show.
Oh, wow. Oh, no, I've definitely, this past weekend and the weekend before, I was thoroughly drunk.
All right, looks like we're going to have to do another award show.
And then this coming weekend, our friend Raph is coming to town, so there's a good chance I'll be drinking again. Then the weekend after that, my cousin Michelle is visiting, so I'm probably going to go out drinking. And then the weekend after that, I've got a bachelor party, so I will most definitely be drunk at the bachelor party. And keep in mind, this bachelor party is going to have almost 30 dudes.
We're going to talk about that.
Descending on Austin, Texas.
Because Anthony always makes fun of bachelorette parties.
Yeah.
He's going to a bachelor party with 27 men.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot. I don't even know if we're not even really going to spend a lot of time in Austin. We're staying on Lake Travis, which I've never done before.
Are you guys going to have strippers?
I don't think so. I didn't see anything in the itinerary that mentioned strippers.
Here's the thing. If I was a guy, knowing that women tend to go apeshit over guys having strippers, I would not put that in writing.
Maybe. Listen, I am not for or against it. If it happens, it happens. Let's see. Allow that comment. There we go.
No, it didn't. You didn't click it.
Oh, God damn it.
I'm so glad Seattle Cocktail Club is in here.
Why?
We need to raid their closet when we visit their office today.
I think we just need a simple shot recipe that we can do. So it's like take vodka and this, and then you're good to go and mix it all together.
Like, make some cereal milk.
Yeah, nothing like that. That's too intense.
Ooh, Lee brings up a great point. Is your cousin Michelle going to make a guest appearance on Twitch? Loved her baking show.
We could do that.
We could do a show with Michelle. Also,
I wonder if we could do a show where we prep everyone and they can buy their own stuff at home too, to like make whatever we're going to be making. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That'd be kind of fun.
Lee sent me a meme that I should have brought it up on here. I'm sorry. I apologize, but you've probably seen it, and a lot of people keep sending it to me, and it's just, I forget what, is it Office Space or wherever the guy is from, and he's making a face, and it's like when someone says they ran a 5K marathon.
Yes, I've seen it. Someone sent me that too.
Everyone is sending it to me, and I'm just like, keep sending it. 5K marathon.
It's not a thing. It's not a thing at all. Carla Marie.
What?
You ready for the shot?
Damn, I thought you were going to forget.
I wasn't going to forget. A bake-along show would be so much fun. All right. And in a second, once we take this shot, I want to talk about what I watched on Twitch right before we went on. As long as everyone promises not to leave and go watch that.
Yes. So Nolly said I had Shipwreck coconut rum cream this weekend. #
So
influence.
good.
It is so good.
I could drink that straight all
I
day.
know, but I was concerned about me shooting cream in the
PNW Lover, thank you for the subscription. Carla Marie?
I do not hear what I did.
I did. I'm just going to keep it going. This is a PG-13 rated show, Carla Marie.
Is it though?
Ready? Cheers to warm vodka. Tito's.
No, this is. Wait, we did it wrong.
Oh, my God. Cheers. There. Here. That one ain't easy. Some water?
You couldn't even put like anything in there.
I'm actually gonna chase that down with my protein shake. It's peanut butter. You're gonna die.
Fuck! Why do you do this to me?
Woo! There we go. That one was rough. There's something about warm vodka that's very rubbing alcoholish, you know? And that's what we just drank. It was actually rubbing alcohol. Are you going to make it, Carla Marie?
You could have literally put anything in there.
I didn't see you getting up to do it. Oh, it's because I told you not to. It's because I told you I said I was going to do it. Shouldn't vodka be kept in the freezer? Is that what you're supposed to do?
We did that in college.
Yeah, I thought that was for like really bad vodkas and what you do in college. Is Seattle Cocktail Club still in here?
Seattle Cocktail Club, we're going to get in so much trouble when we go there today. I know it.
Why?
Because they're going to sit there and be like, listen.
I mean, it was good vodka. It was Tito's.
We're going to get in trouble. Warranted.
So everyone keeps their vodka in the freezer, apparently.
Yeah, because then you don't feel it burning your intestines.
Interesting. All right. I guess we'll have to do that.
Freeze it in. Oh, can't freeze crap vodka?
I don't know. Freeze it in Ohio? Is that what that Jen Law is saying? So here's what I want to talk about real quick. There's two things. One is what I just saw on Twitch, which was, and I think we've talked about this, for a while, there were hot tub streamers. And generally speaking, the hot tub streamers that were doing really well were very attractive women in hot tubs, in bikinis, not really doing a lot, just talking to the chat in the just chatting feature.
And the Twitch community was not happy because they were like, we're on here trying to play our video games, and these women are taking all the streams by just having hot guys go watch them.
Yes. And still, I know that the demographics are starting to even out on Twitch, but it's still led by men. I want to say it's 60-40, maybe even 65-35 male to female breakdown.
Sitting here in my bikini.
So what happened was Twitch, when I say they, decided to make a hot tub category on Twitch to separate the hot tub community from the just chatting community and make it balanced out a little bit. And they also made requirements trying to make sure that all the hot tub and or bikini streamers were over 18. Because that was one of the problems they were running into was, how do we verify an age? Yeah. And if it ends up getting a little sexual, how do we protect ourselves as a company? So they made a hot tub, pools, and beaches category. And that was on the Explore page when I signed on this morning.
When we were in Jamaica, we wouldn't have been under just chatting. We would have been in that category.
We weren't like really on a beach. Like we were at the beach, but we didn't broadcast from the sand. You know what I mean? So it would have been interesting. And we also weren't in bikinis or bathing suits. But
today we were.
They made the hot tub, beaches, and pools category. And this morning, when I logged on to Twitch to do all the stuff we have to do before the show, the main video that was playing were two girls who were doing a beach workout.
I say two girls, one cup.
No, two girls who allegedly were going to do a cosplay beach workout. And the cosplay community is actually pretty impressive usually. Yes. Like if you're creating this, whether it's a character of your own, out of your own brain, or something from a video game or a movie, usually they're really creative. This specific cosplay was literally just two girls in black bikinis with cat ears. And I was like, if you're going to use the word cosplay, like,
Like-
put some effort into it. You can still be sexy.
By the way, Bren called them lazy strippers, people who just sit in a hot tub.
But they're also, like, really smart.
I'm
They don't
telling-
make as much
okay,
money, I would say, as
all
a
jokes
regular
aside,
stripper. But
we have Seattle hot tub boats here in Seattle.
Yes.
We have talked about, like, what if we can stream from a hot tub boat?
Mhm.
Now, we still have to figure out the technical and logistical side of it. We would be like, you know what, bitches? You take your static hot tub. We got one that floats on the water, and we would blow up Twitch.
yeah, but here's, like, something that we wouldn't do. I don't think you would do it, at least. I don't have the option to do this. So at one point, they were on the beach talking to the camera, and someone rated them, and the one girl who was a lot larger up top just started jumping up and down for the camera.
I can't jump in a hot tub boat.
And I don't know if, like, you'd be that. I don't know if you'd go that fully into the bikini Twitch world.
It's hard because part of me wants to be like, why not once a month do something like that? Take money from these idiots who are willing to, not you guys, take money from these idiots who are willing to come out of nowhere, give us money, and never come back. This way that we don't expect anyone else to give us bits or anything every month. And it's like, we're all in this together as a group. You guys all join it. It, like, gets people to come in. We take their money. See you later, suckers. And then we just do our show.
Maybe.
I don't care. Do you care if I'm bouncing up and down on?
No, you can do whatever you want. But they had 2,000 people in there. They had 2,500 people.
Jeez, we had to make a insane announcement about our life to get that.
Yeah.
Those
They
are
had
a
2,500 people in there. I watched for about 60 seconds or so. Just be like, what are they even talking about? It was pretty lame, and they did no workout.
Steph said, I'm not above it. I'll sit in a bikini for money. Yeah, think about it. We do that all the time. Why not get paid?
Yeah. No, it definitely wasn't 10 minutes. I was really there for 60 seconds because I had to do my work here on this show. I was really just interested to see what they were going to say, and they didn't really say a lot of anything. It was just reading out things in the chat.
It's so weird.
The other thing I wanted to talk about as we pivot from bikini stream life, we're going to go from the beaches to the air. So how would you feel, Carla Marie, if the cart service on planes never came back?
Do I still get my ginger ale?
So British Airways is the first major airline to announce that they're doing this. I was reading this on the Points Guy, his blog.
Oh, are they going to replace it with a vending machine?
So no, there's no vending machine on the plane.
That would be cool.
I disagree. They didn't have a line at the vending machine, and someone's trying to, like, get the stuff out,
What
and
if
it's not
every
working.
seat had like a little vending machine?
They'd have to rebuild every plane. That doesn't seem like it's going to happen. But what's going to happen is you're going to have to pre-order your drink on the app or use the app while you're in flight to request a drink from the flight attendant.
I'm fine with that because I don't like talking to them sometimes because I feel bad. It's like they're like trucking up and down the thing, and I'm like, I don't want to ask for something. I know it's their job. I just don't want to bother them. Then you got a mask on, and I'm like going to take it off to yell at them like an idiot. But
Yeah.
I'm like, ginger ale, no ice, or I don't need the cup. So many things. I'm yelling over two people who are sleeping. I'd rather just boop, 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 boop. I'd probably order more if I could just do the app.
And I think I like the idea. It'll be weird because it's such a, like, staple of the flight experience.
Yeah.
But the thing that I'm going to like about it is, I normally don't order anything from the cart. Anyway, I'm usually sleeping the whole flight.
Yeah.
And I don't like when they wake me up.
I'm always like, he doesn't want anything.
So
I'll take a snack.
yeah, so that at least no one will wake me up. Because oftentimes when I am flying, they'll have someone tap me and be like, make sure he doesn't want to drink. It's like, no, just leave me alone.
Yeah.
And the other thing I'm going to like is think about how many times you've wanted to go to the bathroom on a flight.
And you got to wait for
And
the cart.
the cart is there. So you have to wait for the cart to make its trip up and make its trip back and all of that stuff. I'm a huge fan of this. I think it'll also allow the airline to pack less things, which makes it a little more fuel efficient in the sky because it's a lighter plane.
Yeah.
So I think all around, even though it's going to be weird, it's going to...
But
What?
if they pack less things and then you get stuck flying around and you're starving and thirsty and have no toilet paper like the time that I was on an airplane.
Well, they can maybe pack more toilet paper.
Okay. Seattle Cocktail Club said, moving fully to apps is convenient, but what about those that can't read or for a variety of reasons can't use an app? 100% true.
Yeah.
But this is starting to happen in restaurants everywhere, even the restaurant you and I went to yesterday. And this is something I wanted to talk about the other day. We'll get into about using apps in restaurants. So is there anything,
You don't have to turn your whole body towards it.
anything else about airplanes? I'm for it, but yeah, I obviously the people who can't use apps or
Yeah,
can't read. Like,
and Brian417 said, good point, Seattle Cocktail Club, other languages
and
as
pictures.
well. Yeah.
Like, it shouldn't be an app, though. What about, like, you can order from your seat?
So I guess Virgin Atlantic used to do, or Virgin America used to do that.
Seat?
In the back seat, in the screen that was in the back of the seat, you could actually order your stuff from that.
Yeah.
And I do think, like what Southwest did when I was on their flight last weekend or the weekend before, was they minimized the drink selection to 5 drinks, and you just ordered with your hands. That way you weren't yelling over someone.
Oh, wait, did you talk about this on the show?
Yes, I thought I did. Maybe I just told you. I don't know. But that way they could, and I think this is the post-COVID life, right? We're trying to figure out ways to minimize contact, minimize screaming over people's faces.
Pause.
Yes.
First time chat. Mythman Galvin said, you know what's crazy? I use y'all's link to help people get subs to my channel for free with Amazon Prime, and now y'all showed up as my suggested.
Oh, that's awesome. So the video that we made?
On YouTube, yeah.
Which we have to update because I think they moved some things around in the process.
I believe.
They probably saw our video and they're like, they're telling
100%.
everyone how to do it.
Mythman Galvin, nice to meet you.
Yeah. We've got to check out your channel.
Yeah. That's so cool. I love meeting other Twitch streamers.
Oh, do you remember when I told you I met a Twitch streamer at the gym? I talked about it here a while. Like, this is at this point 3 months ago, I think. There was a guy who's wearing a Twitch shirt, so I started talking to him. It turns out he not only works for Twitch, but he's like a gamer.
Yeah.
So we had like a pretty good, I don't know, 3 or 4 minute discussion about Twitch and what we do and blah, blah, blah. And I see him all the time because we're usually at the gym at the same time. And now he just completely ignores me. Like, I've tried to do the very customary, like, I'm not going to stop and talk to you, but I'm going to acknowledge that we've talked before and like the head nod.
Do you think he just doesn't recognize you?
I don't know.
Or he's like, I hate that guy's Twitch channel. He's a douche.
I don't know. I can't figure it out because I've done the head nod. I've almost like broke my neck because like I did it subtly the first time and then he didn't respond.
Anthony's the king of trying to acknowledge people in public and them ignoring him.
Yeah, they all do.
If like he sees a server or something and he's like, excuse me, and they just turn around. Always.
I think because I'm too polite, usually.
Okay, Mythman Galvin, it says he wanted to clip this, and it doesn't let you. Are you getting a screen that's like a blank screen when you try to clip things? Because that's what's happening to me every time I try to clip things, so.
I don't know. We'll figure it out. But that guy just doesn't, like, acknowledge me at all anymore, and I'm a little annoyed.
Maybe you should
I've, like, almost snapped my neck trying to be like,
well, go
talk
to him instead of nodding at him like a freaking chicken.
No. Well, if he's not going to give me the head nod, he's not going to want to talk to me.
Try it.
What am I going to tap him on the shoulder?
Make him uncomfortable.
No.
But going back to apps on the airlines, I think SS the third said they have headphones for people who are blind who can listen to the things, like ginger ale.
I feel like at some point, if you tell the flight attendant you have something that is keeping you from using the app, they'll still probably give you a drink. It's not like they're never going to do it. But to streamline that, if everyone else does it,
right.
And I think you'll get your drink faster. And maybe, who knows, if you're sleeping, maybe they just leave it on your little tray table. So you wake up to a nice drink.
Tray tables gross me out.
They've always kind of grossed me out, but I've also slept on them.
All the time.
So
great sleeping spot.
I can't really complain about it.
Yeah.
I keep like, oh my God, that's so gross.
Okay, so apps and restaurants and retail or whatever, what we're talking about.
Everything.
Last weekend, I went to drinks with a friend at Little Tin Goods, a place here in Ballard. We've been there a few months ago. You sat down. You spoke to a server. I actually said to the server, what's your favorite drink on the menu?
Oh, yeah.
She recommended it to me. I loved it. It was a great experience, whatever. Now you go there, and it's such a cute place, and they have really great food. They're like, they seat you. Their hostess seats you and says, scan the QR code to use our app. You order everything through the app. You can order on the same or different tabs and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay. So my friend and I, we each use the QR code. And we're like, well, I have questions. Like, no one's around. We're in a nook up in the front. Like, whatever, we'll just order. We each order on our own because why not? We're going to split it anyway. Well, my drink comes first. His comes like 10 minutes later. And that was the first time we had seen a server. Then our food comes out.
Did it come out at the same time, at least, the food?
No, actually, I was the only one to order food. So
okay.
I ordered it, but he had some. And then it goes time to pay. And I'm like about to tip. And I'm like, but They just walked my food to me. Like I had no, other than someone physically putting my food on the table, I had no experience with them. It completely took away the restaurant experience. So I leave my tip and he's like, wait, there's a service charge already. And I had already sent it through. So not only did I tip them, I think 18%, but I tipped on top of that for not even a regular restaurant experience. I was so annoyed.
I do think it is time, especially because as people start using Square and all the different digital services for the point of service, I think it is okay before you press that tip button to say, what am I actually tipping this person for? Now, keep in mind, Carla Marie and I have both worked in the service industry. We both know how hard that business is. But at the same time, if you're going to do less in that space, you have to understand you're probably going to make less as well.
Don't have servers, just have a window that I go pick my food up from. And unfortunately,
because then you're not really a server, you're a food runner. It's totally different.
I'm not a fan of that experience because that's not why I go to restaurants.
Mm-hmm.
Like you, and maybe people hate us, like you often have conversations with servers.
I mean, I will ask them, what do you mean I don't ask them about their lives.
Oh, you're personable with them.
Oh, yeah. I speak to them like humans.
And then we both do, but I feel like some people just order and whatever. Like there's people that don't want that experience.
No, I'm not. I can't be the person, and I have friends who've done this. I've seen it happen. I can't be the person that just says an order and pretends the person doesn't exist. Yeah. That's not the type of restaurant goer that I can be. True. I just want them to know that I understand they're a human, and I'm going to treat them like a human, not as a kiosk that I can scream at.
So Elizabeth, this happened to us yesterday. She said, we have a pop-up here, restaurant here in Miami. It's so weird, that non-restaurant experience. You order off of an app before you can even get your food. You have to pay and tip. She said, but what if I want another drink? You have to order again, order enough to have.
And what am I tipping for if I didn't get my service yet?
So yesterday we went in Renton, right on the water. It was called Dock and Drink. Mm-hmm. And it was such a cool experience. But you just sit at a table and you order it. And then I tipped. Again, idiot me, didn't read the sign that said 18% is already included. So but again, they just came up to our table. We had to throw out our own food. It's what am I tipping for? Is this money being split up between the bartenders and the people cooking? What is happening?
If anyone's working at a restaurant right now, I'd love to know.
And for me, it's less about, where's my money going? And more about the service industry has been one of the easiest industries for people to break into to make money for the longest time. We've all done it. People of any age can do it. It really doesn't discriminate for the most part of who can do this job. But if you're going to take away that job with an app, it's
going to screw a lot of people. And it's one of the things that it's also a cash business, usually. It's a business where it's an industry where the employer, I know at least in New Jersey, and there's a lot of other states that do this, doesn't have to even pay minimum wage because they take into account the fact that you're going to make tips.
I make $2.13 an hour.
Was it $2.13? I remember making $2 and whatever an hour at a restaurant that I worked at. And at some point, they're just going to have to say, we're going to do away with tips and give people a regular living wage.
That's what DJ said.
And that's what has to happen. Yeah. And I'm fine if you're going to take that expense, right? Because obviously, if you're going from, let's say, $2.13 in New Jersey to whatever minimum wage is now, which I think is still $7.50 in Jersey, the employer has to take that
minimum wage in New Jersey is $7.
I think it was $7.50 last I was paying attention.
I don't even.
Right? Does anyone know what minimum wage is in New Jersey? But either way, what I'm saying, it's $9 now, says Jay Pizzle. What I'm saying, though, is I'm okay saying, okay, well, we're going to add 10% to everything on our menu to make up for that difference. If that removes me tipping, and I just know, at the end of the day, I'm going to pay this much money, I am all for it. And that's what a lot of places do here. Lisa said it's now $12 an hour in New Jersey. That's what Lisa and Jen are saying, which is great. But that's what they do here in a lot of places in Seattle. They'll say, we have included
fair wage.
A fair wage or a livable wage into our menu. you do not need to tip. If you'd like to tip above or beyond what your check is, you're more than welcome to, but it is not required or expected anymore. And I love that.
Yeah.
And I'll still usually throw a couple extra bucks on
Depending on the service.
I mean, now that I don't have like a real job, maybe I'm throwing less on there.
Stop.
But no, I'm just fine saying, okay, they're making a livable wage. I don't have to feel like this weird guilt leaving a restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what should be happening.
In Europe, it's not customary to tip. It's like odd. Like my sister was just there and she's like, it's so weird when we go to tip them. They're like, what are you doing or whatever? And she's like, it's just not a thing there.
That's because they have a regular wage.
Correct. So.
Let's see. I'm trying to look at the chat right now.
Don't even get me started.
Yeah, the to-go orders, I don't really know what to do.
Elizabeth, I don't know.
I know that there's still people who like the obviously the chefs are still working, but don't really tip the chefs. There's still people packing it and spending their time on my order.
If you're doing
but you're also not serving me.
Right. I would say, yeah, like $1 or $2 and you're picking up an order at a restaurant. Because normally, like when I worked at Ben's Eat Italian restaurant in Clifton, New Jersey, the person doing the takeout order was like another college kid or younger, and he would pack up the whole order, and he was making this, I guess he would make probably more than I did an hour because he wasn't necessarily getting tips. But
Ooh, Elizabeth said I do $1 or $2 per container.
Ooh. That's
pretty cool. I also have like going to bars is different because bartenders, like that industry has for the most part stayed the same. And I've realized because I'm not using what? Because I'm not using cash anymore at bars. Like I haven't used cash in forever. But even when I used to, if you got like 2 beers or something at the bar and you were walking away and that was all you're doing, you'd throw probably $1 per drink.
Yeah.
But now that I'm using my card, I don't know if I still use that same $1 per drink model or if I use a percentage.
I think I do minimum $2. So even if I'm just by myself ordering a drink, it's $2.
Why?
Because $1 weird.
I feel like $1 per drink, if you're just going, like if you're doing a whole night at a bar, that's different. I'm not going to sit there and calculate how many bottles I ordered or whatever.
Okay, wait. So shout out to Sir Damn Skippy who just extended their Twitch subscription through March.
Sweet.
So like we have to continue doing our job through March for them.
Okay.
Not that we wouldn't. And Jill said, we picked up our dogs this morning after boarding them for 5 days. And the girl was standing around after. My husband asked me if we were supposed to tip. She said, were we? We spent $720 to board them for 5 days. I don't think so.
I don't think so either. And at some point, you're just supposed to pay for the service that you pay for. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I even remember when Uber launched, one of the things that like people loved about Uber was there was no tip involved. You were just supposed to pay whatever it was for that ride. Like that was one of the main draws of Uber originally, along with knowing exactly how much you were going to pay and having it show up and being able to call on demand. And I do think we need to get to a point where it's like you just pay for what you're getting. Yeah. And there are industries that I think will still have tipping involved. I think the service industry will always be one of those. I think the hair industry will also always be one of those. I think barbers and hairstylists will always get it.
With your hair.
Yeah.
So. Seattle Cocktail Club said, with the labor shortage, servers are working twice as hard and bars are tapped out. Would you rather the restaurant stay open more days and have an app? Yes, but here's the problem. It's not. I feel like they should be like, hey, we're doing this for now, right? I don't want, and it's not necessarily I'm not going to go back to a restaurant because they have an app. My concern more is, where are all these people that, like, are they getting rid of jobs because of an app?
I
think the experience, obviously, too, but.
I think with any business, if the business is able to make more money and hire less people, they're almost always going to do it. You know what I mean? So if the app ends up extending business hours and keeping them from hiring more people or paying people properly or whatever it is, it's just a real weird, slippery slope to go down.
It's true, like getting my nails done. Like, I just get a shellac manicure and a regular pedicure, and if whatever. After I tip, it's like $75, and I'm like, I'm just gonna do this at home.
Well, when I get a pedicure, I will always tip the woman who has to have the terrible job of working on my feet.
Yeah.
I usually give them about $10. $10 a pop. Is that normal? If it's like a $20, $25, $30 service?
I always look at like, okay, what's 20%, and that's how I do it.
Okay.
I just do 20% everything.
I don't know. My feet are pretty gnarly, so
garbage people.
I should probably tip them 200% based on my feet.
They're basically like your garbage people.
What do you mean?
They're taking out the trash when they scrape your.
Oh, yeah. It's worse. Because at least the trash is in a bag usually, in a container, and they just put it on a truck. That one has to touch my feet. My gross ass feet.
They wear gloves. You're good.
That's true.
Okay, so there was something else. Oh, yeah. Lunch lady arms.
Thank you for the first time chat. Shocks 1011.
Sweet.
Oh, movers. So I've never actually used movers. I would assume if they do a great job, that's a tippable thing, depending on how far they're moving your stuff and what they're doing and how heavy it is, all of that. But I've actually never used movers, mainly because growing up in New Jersey, we had such a big family that you just called your cousins. Like, that's how everyone helped you move.
My cousin owns a moving company.
So you never had to pay either then.
He helped me just once pack up the U-Haul when we were moving out to Seattle. And he brought a bunch of his guys, and he was like, you're not paying for this, but I still gave them $100 to move all of my stuff into the U-Haul. And he, like, split it amongst them. But
That's
I
pretty nice.
don't know. I'm assuming.
Did you do any manual labor, or they did everything?
Everything. It was a 4-floor walk-up.
Okay, yeah, then they deserve it. And I think you have to take that into consideration, too.
But
If they were walking your mattress and all of that stuff up and down.
No, I didn't move with my mattress.
Or I guess just down 4 flights of stairs. That's a lot of manual labor. In a sweaty ass. Actually, it was in the winter, so I guess it wouldn't have been that bad. But like Hobo can get real sticky in those stairwells.
Yeah, why? Okay. Lunch lady arms.
Oh, we have to talk about that? So I was at the gym this past weekend. I think it was Friday or Saturday. And a guy who I've seen at the gym for years, we have great conversations all the time. He's been super nice. He came up to me and he said something along the lines of like, oh, have you been like trimming down a little bit? But he was complimenting me. He was like, you're looking very strong, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, well, I mean, I'm on a kind of a diet plan.
I'm eating tuna fish out of the can.
He's like, yeah, because I noticed your arms are a little more trim. You don't have lunch lady arms. And I don't know. I've never heard that term before.
Because you're not a girl. Girls get this all the time.
What is lunch lady arm supposed to mean?
Think about lunch ladies. This is so highly offensive, and I'm sure someone's going to come at us for this, but like they always have flabby arms.
Well, they're older women. Yeah. It's normal.
And they are like a lot of times in like t-shirts or tank tops, so you see their arms, and they're like flabby arms. It's like that's where the idea comes from. However, in my entire 12 years of knowing you, you've never not had muscles.
Well, that's not true. I've always been a thinner person, but I've never had lunch lady arms. I don't know if he was, now I can't figure out if he was like joking around, like, oh, thank God you don't have those lunch lady arms anymore, as like you never did. Or I thought originally, because my arms were a little larger than they are now, and I was like, okay, maybe he was saying they were huge before, which I wish he was saying, and now they're like more trim and fit. I don't think he was really trying to say you had lunch lady arms. That makes no sense.
And I'm like, he said what? And he's like, what do you mean he said what? I'm like, he said you had lunch lady arms?
Yeah.
And he had never heard the term before. I'm like, that's not a good, that guy wasn't saying that in a good way. And I'm very confused by this man's conversation with you.
I just think maybe he was doing it in like a sarcastic way. Like, oh, thank God you don't have those lunch lady arms anymore. As if like you never had them.
I didn't even consider that. So now that makes sense.
Maybe that was it. I don't really know.
Who is this man?
What do you mean? Who is he? You've never met him?
Yeah,
a guy at the gym.
You're gonna ask him. You're gonna go up to him today.
I'm not gonna do that.
You're gonna be like, hey, what did you mean by?
I'm not. Because I also wasn't offended.
No, I just wanted to. No one's offended. We just want to know.
I'm not gonna ask him that. I'm trying to see. Yeah, I think maybe he was just being sarcastic. I originally thought I wish my original thought never left my mind and you didn't ruin this for me. I thought he was originally saying like, oh man, your arms used to be even bigger. And now you're like, they look more fit and trim.
I thought you want bigger arms.
I do, but there's a balance, right? Like if there's more definition and stuff, that's cool. And I'm okay with that. So this is the douchiest thing that I do. I'm in a group chat with my two younger brothers, Michael and Justin. And I don't know, I started this months ago. I would send them my a bicep update. And basically, I had told them that one of my goals was to be able to do bicep curls with the 100-pound bar that's in the gym. Like the preset 100-pound bar. My goal is to do 100 pounds for a full set of 10. So 3 by 10.
Okay.
And what I do now, every single time I do my arm days, which now is twice a week, is I will send them a bicep update with a screenshot of what I was doing.
Okay.
And last week I sent them.
Yeah, is it 100?
No, it's 100. It's a 100-pound the easy curl bar.
So that's just 50.
It's a 100-pound bar.
But that would be the same as me lifting 50 and 50.
It's totally different, actually. It's not better or worse. It's just totally different.
You're comparing apples to apples.
No, you're comparing Granny Smith apples to Fuji apples. Similar, very different.
Okay, what's harder?
I would say doing 50 per arm is...
So do that and then talk to me.
I do like 40.
Send me your update when you hit 50,
No,
50.
listen. Anyway, you're not allowed to make my goals, Carla Marie. I make my goals. Your thoughts of my goals mean absolutely nothing. It's like zero. Just like my thoughts about your goals mean absolutely nothing to you.
Okay.
But what I've been doing is sending them screenshots every week and now twice a week of where I am in my bicep journey. And last week I was able to do, I think it was 10 reps of, I think I did 10 reps and then 8. I got to double check. Hold, please.
DJ sent this right. I thought you were about to say you were sending updates on your bicep measurements.
No, I don't. I've only measured them once, and that was actually kind of recently because there were 2 other guys at the gym measuring their biceps. So I had to measure mine.
Okay, where do we at?
I think they were 16 inches.
I want your new goal to be 1 and 1.
Let me get to my first goal. Miss, your goals don't matter to me.
What else do you compare with your friend? Oh, crew gym. Yeah, are you guys like, wait, what friend? He didn't say anything about a friend.
These are my brothers.
Yeah.
And if this is somehow going to go down the road where I have to talk about my penis, I guarantee you I don't text my brothers about my penis. That's weird.
You don't?
No, never,
Well, like,
not once.
We text about boobs and vaginas.
That's on you. You're allowed to do whatever you want. Let's see. Hold on. I'm looking it up. Barbell curls. All right. 10 reps at 100 pounds.
So you did it.
Once. My goal is 3 times, like a full set.
So 30.
No, but you're acting like you've never worked out before. Like you don't know what 3 sets are.
At Barry's, we don't do sets. We just do things.
Okay, well, this isn't Barry's. This is a regular gym. And then for the second set, I had to go down to 8 reps. So I was a little disappointed in myself. But I got the first 10. So I'm getting there. I'm getting there. I think today I'm going to drop it down to 90 to see if I can do 90 for both of them.
A. Jane 57 wants to know what gym you go to.
LA Fitness in Ballard. Although I think I want to start doing like a tour of the LA Fitnesses in the area. Because all I got to do is drive up Aurora, which is not far. If you're from New Jersey, it's like taking Route 1 and 9 and Route 46 and putting them together. Because it's just like prostitutes and car dealerships, which is what those 2 roads have.
I've never been on that road on a Saturday night before. But
it's a sight.
We probably saw 30 prostitutes.
Yeah, actually, and the crazy thing is, you don't have to go on a Saturday night. That's where I get my COVID test usually. And at 2:00 in the afternoon on a beautiful sunny day with Mount Rainier giving us the beautiful backdrop, you could also find a lot of prostitutes. And listen, do you? It's fine.
You can't see Rainier from there.
Yeah, you can.
From the COVID testing place?
As you're driving back down, yeah. You absolutely can from Aurora.
If you're on the bridge.
No, I'm telling you, and anyone else who's in the Seattle area, as you're driving down, or driving south on Aurora on 99, there are different times where you can see Rainier if it's a clear day. I know because I did last week. Okay. What else do we have here?
Okay, so the thing that happened to me this weekend when We were out on Friday night. So the bar, Barbosa, has two like unisex bathrooms. One of them is just a toilet. One of them is a toilet and a urinal in the same bathroom. So I'm waiting in line. I open the bathroom door to go in, and it's the one that has a urinal and a toilet. And I feel someone behind me, and I'm like, and I turn around, and it's a girl who is waiting in line behind me. And she's like, I'm just going to come in with you for a second. And I was like, okay. And I thought there was a guy waiting in line behind us, and I thought she felt uncomfortable and wanted to get away from him and didn't want to be left out. And I was like, okay,
fair.
come on. And she's like, do you mind if I just pee in here with you? And I was like, no.
Pee with you?
Yeah. And I'm like, I'm probably going to get stage fright, but we can try. Okay.
And there's only one toilet.
One toilet.
So how are you peeing together?
She goes, I'm just going to squat over the urinal. She's like, I've never done this before. I'm like, me neither. I don't know. The pee gods were on my side, but I actually peed, which is like unheard of for me sometimes, like in those situations.
With a stranger right there.
She's squatting.
And you're both full butt cheeks out. You have to be.
Yes, we were both wearing skirts. Yeah, dresses, so it was easy.
Okay.
I wasn't looking at her, but it's like, I have those same shoes. Why am I recalling this now? I'm thinking about it. I remember complimenting her shoes, and she wasn't responding. I'm like, you're peeing next to me. Like, you have to fucking talk to me right now. And
make it less weird.
She's like, oh no, this is so uncomfortable. This is so gross. Like, she was about to she's literally full squat over the urinal. Like, I guess that's how I've never done it.
Her ass was facing the urinal? Like, she was like poking it out?
Probably should have went the other way, I think.
No.
Oh.
No, because then you have to spread over that's not going to work either.
Everyone's saying it's awkward, but I guess it's like guys peeing in urinals.
Totally different.
So
totally different.
Like, I need toilet paper. And I'm like, oh, duh, I didn't even think of that. So I give her a bunch of toilet paper. She complimented me on the amount of toilet paper I gave her. Then I complimented her shoes again for some reason because I wanted her to be like, oh, thanks, yeah, blah, blah, and just ignored me. And I'm like, so we wash our hands.
Mm-hmm.
And then I go to open the bathroom door. She's like, hang on. Can we just take 5 seconds? And I was like,
for what?
Sure.
What was the 5? Like, what did you guys chant?
And stands there. And she takes out her lip gloss. She puts on her lip gloss. She's just like,
did you both wash your hands?
yes. And she goes, don't you just need 5 seconds sometimes? And I'm like, yeah, sometimes.
And that was it?
And we're both just standing there. And I'm like, okay. And she's like, okay. And I open the bathroom door and I walk out and I go up to you and I'm like, because we try to hold this stuff in to talk about on the show. And he didn't remember this at all, by the way. And I'm like, Anthony, this girl just came in the bathroom with me. And we peed next to each other. And it was the weirdest situation. You're like, what? And I pointed at her and you're like, she's hot. And I'm like,
she was?
Yeah.
I don't remember any of this.
And that was my, I'm like, what happened to people in this last 18 months?
Everyone forgot how to act at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Everyone forgot how to act. That was probably her first time out at a bar in Seattle ever since the pandemic.
The fact that she was like, can we just take 5 seconds? I was like, okay.
So Angela in Spokane is asking, was she drunk, trying to hide from someone, and did she seem okay? She seemed fine.
She was like, we walked out of the bathroom. She was like, bye, and ran into the crowd and was dancing with her friends.
Good for her.
It was fine.
Good for her.
But that's what, when we actually first got into the bathroom, she's like, I'm just going to pee with you. I was like, are you okay? And she said, yeah. I go, I thought that guy was being creepy. And she's like, oh, I don't even know. No, I don't know.
I feel like if you're going ass over a urinal with someone else in the bathroom, you're probably not even paying attention to anyone else around you. That guy may have very well been creepy. She probably just wasn't going to realize it in that state. In butt cheeks over urinal. Once you make that decision, there's no coming back from it.
Mike said, just seems like drunk girl bathroom behavior, to be honest.
Yeah, but that's not normal. You've seen a lot of drunk girls in bathrooms. I'm assuming you've never seen that specifically.
But I'm willing to bet most of us, if we were drunk, if we were in the same state that I was in, and that girl, if someone said to you, can I pee in there with you, you'd probably say okay. Unless you were changing a tampon. Even then, it's not your problem, it's theirs.
I mean, if there's two toilets, yeah. And if it was a guy and there was a toilet and a urinal, I still don't know if I'd be like, yeah, just come into the bathroom with me.
Why? You pee next to each other.
It's different though.
But if you're
Because there's usually like dividers. There's usually it's spaced.
There was a mini divider.
Oh,
but
there
it
was?
like,
Okay.
It was just mini. Like a little.
What do you mean it was mini?
It was like not next to each other, right? It's not like we were this close. We were
Okay.
further away. We were about 4 feet away from each other.
Okay, then I'd probably
a little thing.
then I'd probably be okay with it. If I knew what the bathroom layout was beforehand, then I would absolutely be like, yeah, you could pee in the urinal or the toilet. I would probably if I'm peeing, I'm taking the urinal. It's just way easier. I actually think I've thought about this a lot. And there's a lot that I would like to do if I become a homeowner down the road. Like I'd love to have my own little personal gym. I wouldn't call it a man cave. I would just have a gym that also had like a TV and a couch. So I can watch games, work out, all that stuff.
Work out and then sit on the couch stinky.
Yeah, I'd get a towel or get like a plastic couch or something. I don't know. Or I'll do like the grandma thing and have like the plastic cover. But I've also thought I really would like to have a urinal in my home. They're just easier. Like you don't have to worry about a splash. You don't have to worry about aim. You just whip it out and you go.
Then how are you going to poop?
No, I'm not only going to have a urinal.
Oh.
I would also like to have a urinal. I understand that there are other
You'd
activities.
Have to go butt cheeks over urinal like that girl.
I understand there are other activities that I would need to.
Like vomiting into a urinal?
Okay. I'm not saying I'm only getting a urinal.
Seems like you only want a urinal.
It would be urinal and toilet, and I'd be good to go.
You're going to have to get a urinal cake.
Yeah, probably. I'd get custom ones that said, like, worst Anthony's urinal.
Oh, God. You have to clean it, though, also.
Yeah, I understand that.
You're acting like toilets are, like, a terrible invention.
No. I just think when you don't know how it feels, okay? The freedom of a urinal is fantastic. Because when you pee in a toilet and you're standing over the toilet, there's a lot of pressure.
Okay.
To, like, aim.
No. Don't you dare.
And then you're like, oh, do I make a lot of noise in the toilet water, or am I polite around the people behind me? Not behind me, but like outside of the bathroom, and like go towards the edge so it doesn't make a lot of noise. I'm usually a don't make a lot of noise peer, for the record. I try not to go. I think if you're going directly into the middle of the toilet as a guy, you're trying to like show off in a weird way.
So Jill
be like, look at how much noise my penis makes when I pee.
You said you don't understand the stress of a toilet.
Yeah.
Can you squat the next time you have to pee?
Absolutely not.
Please.
Nope.
Please.
It doesn't work the same way.
Work those quads. You work them out at the gym. Let's see.
Here's what you have to understand. I would never in my life have to do that.
You could still aim with however you would aim. Like
no, it's totally different.
You would probably have to.
Yeah. I'm not tucking to do that. It's weird. I'm not tucking to pee.
But I want you to try to squat to pee.
I will not.
Next time we're hiking, instead of just being like, oh, I'm going to pee, I want you to pull your pants down around your ankles.
Why would I do that?
To see what it's like.
But I don't.
I see what it's like. I use my little cone to pee in the woods.
No. I'm not. There's just no need for me to know what that's like.
No, there is. And
why? I'm not going to. Guys don't.
Nothing.
It wouldn't make sense for a guy to squat pee because when you squat, like, it's even harder to angle it down. I don't know. It just doesn't make sense.
Also, you don't have to deal with the fact that sometimes, like, 3 streams come out.
No, we don't. And I don't have to.
The radio fam said the visual.
Yeah, I'm not squatting to pee. What else do we have here? I squat my whole life, pee or poop. Okay, we're not talking about home toilets, right? No one's squatting at home.
Oh, if I'm pooping in public, I am sitting on that. I sit on the toilet almost all the time in public. Mark said my sister has this thing called the Shiwi when we were on road trips. Yeah, I have something similar to that. It's a silicone like funnel, and you just put it there and you pee, and it's amazing.
So it's like a pan, like a reverse bedpan almost.
So it's a funnel.
Well, it's not like closed. It's not like the top of it's a circle? Like an actual funnel.
It's not a circle. It's the shape of your vajay.
Okay. A pee pocket?
What is mine called? I don't know.
Are there other companies that do it, or is it just like
There's
one?
A few.
Okay.
I like mine because I think the Shiwi, from what I remember, was like a disposable. Mine is like a silicone cup.
And you're supposed to like keep it with you? Because that's the weird thing to me is like you're going to pee on it.
I'll bring it out tomorrow.
But my question is like you pee on it.
In it.
Okay.
And then
Your pee touches this thing.
It has a plastic or silicone carrier also that you can clean after the road trip.
But you're supposed to keep putting it back in that carrier and then take it out and pee on it again and then put it back in and then pee on it again and put it back in. I feel like it gets kind of like gross, no? I guess you could just rinse it off.
It's better than pissing all over yourself.
That's true. Man, this is a weird show today.
Yeah, Jay Pizzle said it's like an oil change funnel. Very
okay.
similar.
Oh, got it. So it's like angled down.
Yes.
Okay. Well, you know what? I think that's enough for today's show. What do you think, Carla Marie?
Yep.
I do want to talk about this tomorrow because tomorrow's the last day of August. Don't forget, we still have, this is also the last week where you can get our candles with Wax Cabin.
The other ones are downstairs.
Candle Company. Basically, we've got 11 different holographic labels, and you can put them on any of the 9 scents that you want. So you can mix and match. I think there's 9 scents.
Yeah.
From what I remember.
So what is that? 11? How many different combos? What's 11 times 9? Is that how you figured that out?
That would be 99, but I don't know how many, if that's the.
I got 99 candles, but I couldn't think of the rest.
You're really good at that. Or you could go 99 candles of wax on the wall, 99 candles of wax. You take one down, you burn it down, 98 candles of wax on the wall. That one would have been a little better than your terrible Jay-Z reference. Yes? No?
No, I don't know. I'm putting the link to the candles in here.
So it is the last week where you can do that because it was open all of last week. It will be open all of this week. I know they're being shipped out basically the second you order them. Mm-hmm. They get labeled and sent. So you'll probably have it. If you ordered one today, you'll probably have it before the end of the week. So check that out. Carla Marie's going to put the link in the chat. And tomorrow, since it is the last day of August, I want to figure out if we're going to do the September, wow, contest, which basically means from September 1st to the last day that we're live in the month of September, whichever day that ends up being, we'll see if we can get as many subs as possible. And on that last day, we will give away $1 per sub. So if we get 1,000 subs, we'll give away $1,000 the last day. If we get 500 subs, we'll give away $500. And Carla and I have not talked about this off.
No, it's just
off of the show. We've only talked about it here.
$1,000?
So $1 per sub.
Okay.
So if we get 1,000 subs, we give away $1,000. If we get 10,000 subs, we give away $10,000. What do you think? Something along those lines. We could play around with the numbers a little bit.
Going to give away $10,000 probably, but okay.
Well, we're probably not going to get 10,000 subs either.
Lenny said there's 362,880 different combinations, so not 99. I knew there was
I wasn't saying that there were 99 combinations. You asked me what 99 times 11 was.
I know.
I gave you that answer.
Because I remember in math and stuff, like there was different things when you had to do combinations.
Yes. What else do we have here? I think we're good. I think we are going to get out of here. You ready, Carla Marie?
Peace out, Cub Scouts.
Tomorrow morning, 8 o'clock on the West Coast, 11 o'clock on the East Coast.
So listen to My Day Friday with Carla Marie and John.
Or 20-somethings doing nothing with, what are you showing the candle?
I'm showing the candle.
Oh, with Ricky and Anthony. I thought there was like a My Day Friday one you didn't show me or something. All right, peace out. Thank you.